Hello there, my name is Keith.
And my name is Mina.
We're counselors at Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University in Beppu, Japan.
And where is Beppu, Japan? It's in the southernmost island of Japan called Kyushu, and we are in a prefecture called Oita. And how do you get there? You take either a bus from the Fukuoka International Airport for 2 hours, or fly in from Tokyo or Kyoto, Osaka with a 1.5-hour flight.
What is our city best known for? Well, our city is known for hot springs. We love our hot springs here. If you visit 88 of the 2,000 hot springs here, you become recognized by the city as an onsen meijin, which is basically a hot spring master. You get a certificate from the city and get put on the City Wall of Fame. But that's not part of this presentation. It's a very safe environment. There's a low cost of living and a very welcoming community. Out of the 121,000 people in Beppu, 6,000 of those are APU students. Here's just a quick snapshot of what the weather is like. We've got all 4 seasons, and you can do anything within these.
So Keith mentioned just now that APU has about 6,000 students. Now around 49.5% of them are international students, we're representing 92 different countries and regions. Coincidentally, Keith and I are both alumni of APU. Keith, where are you from?
I'm from Uganda.
I'm from Singapore. So including alumni like us, there are a total of about 152 countries and regions represented by students. One more little detail is that APU students manage to get a job placement before graduation, and this makes up about 96.2% of the students who actually are looking for jobs.
For a detailed breakdown, you can check out our data book. You'll find that on our website, but these statistics are as recent as May 1st of 2020, so it's a few weeks old. This is what our campus looks like. So if you are a strong swimmer, you have the entire Pacific Ocean to swim, and we are right on top of a hill. So at some point, you might be walking through a literal cloud. It is that high up.
A bit about the kind of academics that APU offers. We have 2 main major colleges. One of these is APM, which is the College of International Management, where you study about business. And the 4 areas of study, or rather majors as we call them here, are accounting and finance, strategic management and organization, marketing, and innovation and economics. An important thing to note about our College of International Management is that we are accredited by AACSB. And this is important to note because there are about 700 universities in Japan, and we are the 3rd university to receive this accreditation.
Thank you for that, Mina. I'll add on to this by talking about our other college, the College of Asia Pacific Studies. This is where you get a Bachelor of Social Sciences. You'd be looking at the specific areas of study. That would be environment and development, culture, society and media, hospitality and tourism, and international relations and peace studies. We are also accredited by the United Nations World Tourism Organization, an accreditation called the TEDQual. This is specifically for the Department of Hospitality and Tourism, but it also shows how good we are because we are very hardworking and we've achieved these accreditations within the 20 years we have had of existence. AP started in the year 2000.
2000, millennium.
20 this year. Right.
Apart from majors, one important aspect of our education is that first-year students will have to take Japanese classes. Now, they will be taking compulsory Japanese lessons in the first year, and this is to equip you with the skills of Japanese language enough for you to have a life in Beppu and interact with the local community. And speaking of that, we have classes offered both in English and Japanese. So whichever you are more comfortable with, you can choose to take your studies for all 4 years in that language. And if you get bored of English and Japanese, you can also choose to take other languages such as Chinese, Indonesian Malay, Korean, Spanish, Thai, or Vietnamese.
Thank you for that, Mina. You could study in class or outside class. We've got a lot more opportunities for you, including field studies, internships, academic competitions, conferences, volunteering opportunities, community outreach programs. There is so much more for you. And we've also got 152 exchange partners in about 49 countries. So that's partners in almost every continent. We've got a partner in everywhere apart from Antarctica. So if Antarctica was your dream, I'm sorry about that. I wish you the best. But we've got this.
Apart from studying inside and outside the classroom, students tend to engage in a lot of activities at APU. Student-led organizations or circles, as we call them here, we have about 140 of them. Why is that so? Because whenever a student has a specific interest, they are able to gather their friends and make their own circle. The circles in APU range from anything and everything, from sports all the way to social services. Some circles actually travel overseas to do volunteer activities. Apart from circles, we also have our 14 multicultural weeks per year. In each week, the spotlight will be on one country. So if this week is Vietnam week, next week may be Thai week. And you get to eat that country's food, wear their clothing, maybe play a traditional game. It's really fun.
Right. I could also add on about the student-led organization. So depending on how much effort you put in, your organization can go really far. We've had some organizations start off as just a circle and then end up as an NGO or NPO somewhere in the world because there's a lot of effort and a lot of attention because, again, APU is very international. You have a lot of embassy support and support from the university and lots of different sponsors that can help you, well, start your career in wherever you want to go. The dormitories. So there is reservation for every international student who comes in as a first year student. There are over 1,000 rooms in the dormitory, and each room is equipped with an aircon, desk, bed, toilet, sink if you're in a single room, or everything but a toilet and sink in a shared room. A shared room is basically two single rooms separated by a door. So you get a Japanese roommate in case you're not Japanese, or if you are Japanese, you'll get a roommate from somewhere else in the world, right? I was in a shared room as a student and I loved it because, I made a lot of friends, and before I joined, I could not cook, so they made a lot of food for me. And we also have RAs and 24-hour security. Mina was in a single room. Am I right?
I was in a single room. I really enjoyed my toilet, but that meant I had to go out to the communal kitchen to make friends.
Well, you don't really make the choice for that one. The university will help you make the decision, but if you have any reasons why you would not want to be in a single room, or you prefer to be in a single room, you could send an email to the office and we'll make the necessary accommodations.
So students also tend to engage in part-time jobs while studying because, of course, they have moved to a different country and they may have financial concerns. Like Keith mentioned earlier, Beppu is really, really like high in tourism. So there are a variety of part-time jobs available off campus in Beppu City as well. For this presentation, we shall focus on part-time jobs available on campus. If you can see from the picture that students are working in the school cafeteria. So part-time jobs have an hourly wage at about 800 Japanese yen, which is about 7.5 US dollars. During the semester, when you have classes, the number of hours that you can work per week are limited because attendance to your classes are compulsory and very important. During your long breaks, summer and spring breaks, which are about 2 months, you are welcome to work about 40 hours a week.
Okay. So like we mentioned before, there is a 96.2% job placement rate for APU students. That's because we've got about 400 companies that come and actively recruit students off campus. Why do they want APU students? Well, they've got interdisciplinary knowledge. That is a hard word to say that fast. Interdisciplinary knowledge. And language skills, global perspective, IT and media skills, motivation and leadership. And you are just, you're basically a dream candidate because you're an all-rounder. It's not just in class, you are everywhere and are capable of working with people from everywhere.
And one more important reason, apart from maybe the job placement rate and academics, is that why students come to APU is that we offer scholarships for our tuition. We have 5 levels of tuition reduction scholarships, which are 30%, 50%, 65, 80, and 100. You pay the leftover from what is given to you as a tuition reduction scholarship. For example, if you receive a scholarship of 65%, you pay 35% of your tuition fee. And this scholarship lasts all 4 years of your study, given that you maintain a minimum GPA each semester. But as ex-students of APU, we can tell you that that is not difficult at all. And apart from tuition reduction scholarship, we also offer private scholarships which you can apply for from your second year using your GPA in APU for your living costs.
Right, so thank you for that. That is basically the end of our presentation. We'd like you to know that we've got a very active Instagram page and a very lively Facebook as well. So feel free to check us out on Facebook or Instagram, follow us, and have a good time with that.
And if you wish to contact us, please take a look at the slide. We have our email address, welcome@apu.ac.jp. And if you don't wish to talk to us, but just want to read through the website, we also have our link there.
So thank you very much for joining us and have a great day.